I just want to talk to you a little bit about why I'm worried about what's going on in the United States today. Seeing how things change so rapidly back home. I remember the statues of Christopher Columbus being knocked down.
New fallout and reaction a day after protesters pulled down the statue of Christopher Columbus at the state capitol. No one was arrested, but Minnesota state troopers tell us that they have identified the instigator, who they say will face charges related to destruction of public property.
After that, the street names changed. Not all of them, but quite a few of them. They changed the flag of our country. They also changed the name. They dismantled our police in 2001 and put in place a new one.
I stood with a total of 9 members of the Minneapolis City Council, and we committed to dismantling policing as we know it in the city of Minneapolis and to rebuild with our community a new model of public safety that actually keeps our community safe.
They changed our voting system, so the way we voted changed after the second election of Chavez, or before the second election, I would say.
I'm going to abolish the Electoral College. That's right.
I think the way democracy works is when our elected officials come to ask everybody for their vote. And that means getting rid of the Electoral College. So I'm in on this.
Why am I worried about statues coming down in the United States? It's because I'm seeing the same pattern repeat. And I'm not speaking to this as I'm an expert on U.S. politics and U.S. history, but I can recognize the signs, and these are not isolated incidents. I've been hearing from people from Cuba, people that left Soviet countries, that they feel the same thing is repeating. And these countries are not the same. Cuba is not the same as Soviet countries. Venezuela was not the same as Cuba. But yet, the intention was there to topple the current structure and take over. And the attack on history, by first going after those symbols, was the first way to do it. These groups are not hiding their intentions, they're making it quite clear. Venezuelan democracy wasn't the strongest in the last few years in the 90s. It was taken for granted. It was assumed it was always going to be there. And therefore corruption grew. We had that blind spot. We believed it would never happen to us. We believed we were in the right path. Here, what I hear from many Americans and many of my American peers and friends is that it would never happen here. It's impossible. And that to me is worrisome. Democracy has to be protected and nurtured always. Don't ever take it for granted. It didn't work out for us. And I really do hope that this is just a passing phase.